And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue, trimmed with white, weighing 147 pounds. In 1992, he captured Olympic gold. And now, as a professional, his record is a perfect 24 victories without a loss, 20 by knockout. And he has won 4 world titles. Ladies and gentlemen, from East LA, California, presenting the undefeated WBC welterweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Let's go. Come here, Oscar. Let's go. I discussed the rules already tonight, what I expect out of both of you. I want you to protect yourselves and obey my commands at all times. Understood? Great. Let's touch them up and good luck.
We're set to go. Oscar De La Hoya, David Kamau in an electrified Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas. De La Hoya's adopted hometown at this point. There is David Kamau, 28-1, 21 knockouts. A good puncher. De La Hoya 24-0 with 20, and here we go. We should see some chins tested in this bout.
Yeah, De La Hoya came right out, predicted a knockout in this fight. He's tired of being a defensive boxer in his last 2 bouts. That's why he changed trainers with Emmanuel Stewart. He needs to get on the offensive more, he feels.
Well, he's fighting a righty here, too. Style that should be more favorable and friendly to him. Was not happy with the way he moved against Pernell Whitaker. Now against Kamau. Are you trying to figure out a guy with a good style here, a good jab? The question about Kamau, which De La Hoya hopes to answer, what type of chin does he have? We shall see.
Well, Kamau took advantage of him against the ropes right there.
Well, Paul, you've got a big reach advantage here for Kamau.
Yes, definitely. The thing about Oscar, what he has to do is he's going to have to try to get in on the inside of Kamau's jab. As you see, Kamau's got this long jab that's going to try to keep Oscar out of the bay on the end of his jab. The way Oscar's going to be able to get into that is by stepping in, coming over the top with him.
And you will hear explosive sounds every time De La Hoya comes close to landing a shot, and it's getting intense right away.
Well, they promised they'd go toe-to-toe. That's exactly what they're doing. De La Hoya showing a lot more aggressiveness in the early stages of this fight.
And able to block the right hand that Kamau was using to try and follow the double jab. It promises only to pick up in intensity as this fight goes along and the fighters get more warm.
And this Kamau's extremely quick, isn't he?
Snake-like left hand by Kamau. He's in the welterweight division, where fighters would presumably be stronger than those Oscar De La Hoya has fought. But he has not been able to get home with that right hand because of De La Hoya's defense there.
And once again, Kamau is De La Hoya's largest opponent to date.
Kamau opening up.
The thing that you see with Oscar now is he's learning some new, well, not learning new things. The thing is, Emmanuel Stewart has worked with what works for Oscar. The basic thing, he's taking him back to the basics. And that's why you're going to see Oscar fighting a lot different than you've seen in his previous fights.
Well, the one thing Stewart wanted him to do is work on his leverage and get off on his right more.
We come to the end of round number 1. Tentative by some standards by De La Hoya, but it promises to open up. Kamau with a pretty good round 1, and De La Hoya hearing it from Emmanuel Stewart. Wants him to get the jab established more, and then everything else will follow. Some good advice by Emmanuel Stewart.
Everything does work off his jab.
A true case for many fighters. De La Hoya will be trying to unload here. Kamau, very poised, balanced. Gates Julio Cesar Chavez, just about all he could handle. De La Hoya stopped Chavez. Good shots by De La Hoya. An uppercut, and Kamau is hurt. He's down. The hook got to Kamau. Kamau made a mistake, and did he ever pay? De La Hoya with a chance to finish it right here. He comes in. Will another opening like that set itself up? An uppercut just missed by De La Hoya. The hook got in. The jab, he's crouching. Right hand just shy. Kamau opens up, he's a target. De La Hoya has got his measure. Good rights by Kamau, and De La Hoya walks right through.
Kamau's fighting right back.
Kamau with an uppercut. Got De La Hoya's attention. Kamau will not go quietly if he goes.
And you notice Kamau is keeping his distance from De La Hoya, staying out of his power zone, utilizing his reach when he's in trouble.
De La Hoya with a knockdown here in round 2. Good hook by De La Hoya. So often able to capitalize on opponent's mistakes. Good right by Kamau.
Yeah, he sneaked that right in.
De La Hoya's been hit with some shots too, that's for sure.
The thing about Kamau is Kamau had to watch out for Oscar's left hook, because since Oscar's a converted southpaw, he's got all the power in the left hand.
And he showed it here in round 2, scored with the hook again.
Well, Kamau's getting some occasional shots in, De La Hoya's scoring big on his combinations.
And the crowd on its feet in some cases here. Thrilled with De La Hoya's knockdown. Good hook by De La Hoya. Kamau walks into 3 more shots and keeps on coming. What action at the end of round 2. Scintillating exchange between De La Hoya and Kamau. Kamau hurt again. He could be out. He could be out. David Kamau on unsteady legs, and it is over. A tremendous second round, and the Golden Boy has come through. Oscar De La Hoya thrilling San Antonio.
Well, De La Hoya said before the fight that he sensed that the opponents were beginning to figure him out, and it's easy to figure out a defensive-minded fighter. That's one reason why I went to the...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Laurence reaches the count of 10 at 2 minutes, 54 seconds of round number 2. The winner by knockout victory, and still the undefeated WBC welterweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La